Alright, what's up people? This is SiTHFuRioN. Right now we're continuing part 2, or is it just episode 2 of the season premiere of season 6 of Vikings. So, okay, I'm filming this right now on Sunday. The plan was to have done it like on Friday. Like, I won't go into too much detail about it, but let's just say that it was like Thursday night, I literally was up to about 5, 6 o'clock in the morning editing, and like the program kept crashing every few minutes, and I was getting more and more loud, and about 5:30 in the morning my neighbours like banging on the wall, like because I'm screaming at the monitor like fucking so I had to finish it off on the Friday and render it, and that's when it went up. It was kind of like Friday night was it, but I've kind of figured out a bit of a quick kind of workaround. So I'm going to get this film today, get it edited on older hardware, and get this up for you guys late Sunday evening, Sunday night. And while you guys are watching this, I'm going to be rebooting the PC and reinstalling Windows, and so basically just like a clean slate, you know what I mean? Just start fresh and see what happens. Fingers crossed, man. Fingers crossed we'll get this sorted. But episode 2, part 2, season premiere. Quick recap, because I've been thinking about this over the weekend and going by some of your comments. Okay, so the whole thing with Ivor and Prince Oled, they've started to like have like this bond, this friendship between these two. And so far, from Ivor's kind of standpoint, like Ivor's this cold-hearted bastard, and he's now met someone else who's like another cold-hearted bastard, and they've got so much in common. They've both had to kill someone that they love, and they've shared experience of laughter and everything, like becoming best friends and buddies. But I kind of agree with some of the comments that you guys are making about Oled being worse. I think it'll kind of get to the point that Ivor will look at him and think, shit, I thought I was bad. You know, you were fucking really out there. You know what I mean? And I don't know, I just feel like if they're going to go to like Scandinavia and attack and everything, I don't know, it's like I can kind of see Ivor at some point regretting attacking Kattegat. Like Ivor always just acts on his feelings, you know, he's angry, so he just lashes out. But this Oled dude, I think he doesn't really go on emotion. I think he actually is cold and calculated, and you know, he knows what he's doing. Especially if like Ivor starts looking at him like, I thought I was bad, like you're fucking sadistic, like what the fuck type of attitude. I can just see Ivor regretting it and thinking like, yeah, I'm angry at my brothers, but they're my brothers, we're family type of thing. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, and that might actually be a bit more of like a redeeming arc for Ivor, you know, over like the next 20 episodes. I got a feeling they're really going to build this prophet as a real bad guy, you know, like a real nasty savage fucker, even worse than Ivor. And it will be a way for Ivor to get over, you know, to use a wrestling term, you know what I mean? It'll be a way for Ivor to get a redeeming character arc, and, you know, I don't know. As far as Beyond, honestly, I'm sticking to my gut feeling on this. I think Beyond right now is kind of a bad leader. I think he's going to make mistakes that are going to... They're going to have major after effects. Like the whole thing about banishing these people, I can definitely see them coming and fucking shit up. Like, just... It doesn't really help with the fact that on the trailer, I think the guy with the fucked up face, he's going to go after Lagertha. I can just see Bjorn making choices and it coming back onto him at some point. Especially now with the whole thing about going after Olaf and helping Howard Finehair. Like, I don't know, man. I just think right now Bjorn is kind of a bad leader. Hopefully, like, he will make mistakes, but he will learn from them, so that by the end of this season, you know, he becomes a great king, you know. That's about it, really. I hope we find out what's going on with Floki. Yeah, hope with this episode we kind of cut back to Floki at some point. Or maybe get Uber on that journey of going off to try and find Floki. You know what I mean? And also England. I would like to kind of go back to England, see what's happening with Alfred. Or maybe that might be at like a later date. Because at some point, I think Ivor and Alfred are going to go to war. Because they kind of set that up. They kind of set that up in season 4 with them two playing chess. You know what I mean? That's more the final 10 episodes, if you ask me. So until then, I think we need to kind of check in with England and Alfred and everything for a while. Then again, saying that, maybe not yet. Maybe later on in this season. I don't know, man. I'm just excited to finally get into this episode. I've been itching to watch it all weekend. So we're going to get into this episode 2. It's called The Prophet. Let's do this, man. Not Floki, man. It can't be. Come on. No, it's going to be fucking Flatnose, ain't it?
Floki.
Yeah.
Sometimes I wondered if the gods were against us, and if our tiny colony in Iceland could ever succeed.
Iceland?
That's what we call it, because in winter the fjords fill with ice floes. But otherwise, the weather is fine.
Okay, so they've named it. All right.
I would like to talk about this further. Would you meet me later in the Great Hall? Well.
Sneaky fucker. See, I'm really kind of interested in seeing how this kind of plays out now.
But King Harold saved my life. He fought with us to regain Kattegat. What kind of king would turn a blind eye to such obligation?
It just makes me glad I'm not king.
You have to have an opinion.
Why?
Because it would help me. It would help all of us if we knew where Ivor was.
Who cares about Harold or Olaf?
Or any of them. Only Ivor matters.
Just to you, brother.
He's looking rough, ain't he? I said it in the last episode, man. He looks like he's on the edge, like he could snap at some point.
Floki seemed to grow tired, being the leader of a settlement that was not working. He was disappointed, grew despondent. Then one day, without explanation, he just left us and walked away.
Ooh, the look then, the quick look up and down, like,
I need to find that land. I'm fitting out 2 boats to search for it. Then you must come to Iceland with me and meet Odin.
Okay.
And to look for Floki.
See, I reckon Uber knows, well, I think he knows that there's more to this than Flatnose is saying, you know what I mean? Just the look, like,
Oh, I've been curious to know. Why you called the Prophet?
I attacked Constantinople, defeated its defenders, and subdued it. Afterwards, I was invited to dine with its rulers to make peace, since I was not strong enough to occupy the city indefinitely. But just before the feast, I had a dream. I dreamed that my wine was poisoned. So, I refused to drink it. But 2 of my commanders, ignoring my warning, did drink and died in the greatest agony soon afterwards. From that moment, I was called the Prophet.
Gospodine?
so the kid is the heir to the throne.
Is it true, as I have been told, that you plan to invade Scandinavia?
Of course. I've been considering it for some time.
I will contribute whatever I can to your army. And that in all things, you can trust me.
Of course. My dear brother.
Conquest.
Ooh. Oh shit.
Что не играете?
Has he just killed his own brother?
Что не хотите писать?
Wow. And he did it with poison as well. And he's just fucking off dancing now like it ain't fucking nothing. Fuck, man. What is it with this show and brothers? Always at odds. I mean, seriously.
We must rest. Your Highness.
See, like I said, either could go like either like he kind of like respects it or like he fucking admires it, or he'll kind of look at it like, okay, man, you're a bit too fucking much, man.
I will say only this, that whatever else you do, whatever you decide, do not betray your own gods in the process.
I don't understand. Why would I betray my own gods?
How would he betray his own gods? Unless he becomes Christian.
I saw Shadow Flatnose.
What was he doing?
Trying to recruit more people for their settlement in Iceland. That's what they're calling their new land.
What of Floki? Is Floki with him?
No. He said that Floki became disenchanted with their new life, and that he just disappeared without warning.
I wonder what has become of him. Floki can't be dead. I won't believe it.
She kind of said the same thing about Ragnar, like...
His name is Otea, and he lives in Iceland. I told him that we would sail back with him so that I can meet with this Otea.
That's good news? Yes. Thank you for your gift, Ube.
Hasn't anyone kind of like made a comment about how like Torvi still looks real young? I mean, Jesus.
He's not just a child. He's the only legitimate heir. To control him is to possess the only keys to the kingdom.
Yep.
I mean to keep those keys safe about me.
I was thinking that. Because if he's like the real heir, then... At first I thought that like he was going to kill the kid.
Oleg, what is happening?
I forgot to tell you. I have another brother. Seems like he wants to talk to us.
This show and brothers, man. Jesus. Like, does Michael Hurst have a brother? Because if he was my brother, I would be a bit worried. Like, why? Like, have you got an issue with me or something? And you're venting in your show, like, fuck.
You don't have to be afraid.
Even the kid knows what's gonna fucking happen.
You of all people should know better than to try to threaten and blackmail me. I'm the prophet. And I know that unless you give me and King Ivor and Prince Iker free passage back to Kiev, then something truly terrible will happen to you.
Good try. You have 2 hours to hand over the boy unharmed. Otherwise, I will proceed as I suggested. Brother.
No. So whoever possesses the kid kind of like is in charge of like, the kingdom, basically.
Hallie.
Where are my children? Hallie! Elsa! Oh, come here! Oh. Hello! Oh, it is good to see you. Come, show me what you have built.
It's over here. Harley built most of it.
Did he?
You're right.
Oh, it is so big.
That's what the actress said to the bishop. Oh man.
I respect your decision to try and settle matters with King Harold. But you must remember, Harold betrayed me personally. I do not believe that he is trustworthy.
I understand. And I'm sure that if I were you, I would not go to his aid. But I am not you. I remember I was in the room with Ivar at his mercy, and King Harold said stop. No, this is not our way. It is not my way to abandon him.
I remember I refused to go raiding with Ragnar, precisely because I feared to leave Kattegat undefended.
Kattegat won't go undefended. Victor can look after it. I know you and Trophy are very anxious to embark on your great journey. I myself remember very well the great sense of satisfaction, the great sense of expectation, the great feeling of desire to be free, to be Viking. But I would ask you to delay your journey. Delay your journey only for a little while I deal with King Olaf, look after Kattegat, look after Fitzhugh, and then go with my blessing.
We agree.
Wow. So no Floki storyline yet then, yeah?
You don't know her name.
Anna. Her name is Anna. You were married at the church of St. Magnus Martin here in Novgorod.
Really?
I believe this is the lady in question.
Oh shit, really? The look on over there was like, what?
You will give the two of us free passage out of here, or my promise will come through.
Order the warriors to stand down. Prince Oleg and his party should be untroubled when they leave.
Wow.
Dear, we should stay in touch.
Perhaps. Just don't invite me for dinner.
Yeah. This guy is dangerous, man. Especially if he really is a prophet. Like a seer type of thing. Like...
I've decided to answer King Harold's cry for help.
Okay. About time.
I think you're crazy. I'm sure that doesn't matter to you.
Fuck, fix it. Come on, man. You need to get it fucking together, man. This fucker. Oh. I said it, then he'll go after Lagerfeld. Like, we know she won't die because she's all fucking in fucking armor and stuff going to war, right? Because of the fucking traitor. Fucking traitors, man.
You told Uber and the others that Floki just abandoned the Iceland settlement.
Yes. He was unhappy with many things and simply disappeared.
What do you suppose happened to him?
I don't know. How should I know?
I have a feeling you know a lot more than you admit.
Yep.
So here's what I suggest. Forget about your settlements in Iceland for a while and come with me. Of course, you're always free to say no, go on your own way. But that would make me even more suspicious.
I don't trust you, motherfucker. Don't trust you.
I will go with you, Bjorn Ironside.
Good choice.
See, like, he is kind of telling the truth. Like, Floki weren't happy and he left. He is kind of telling the truth, right? But he's not saying about what led it up to that point. You know what I mean? Why Floki gave up. Why Floki went missing. Because nobody actually saw him go into the cave. Like, you see what I'm saying? So, to a certain degree, he is telling the truth. That Floki wasn't happy with the whole settlement thing and he left. but he's not telling anyone what led up to that point. And I think it's that. Obviously, fucking Bjorn picked up on it. Uber picked up on it earlier as well. It's like, nah. You're not telling the full fucking story. We know Floki, like... Oh, I fucking love that, man. Alright, like I was saying earlier, it's been very kind of slow paced, but I feel like they are literally setting stuff up. You know, slowly building stuff. It's like the start of season 5. It was more or less the exact same. You know, like there was the first few episodes where they just lay down the foundation. And I'll say it now, like I said back then, I got faith in Michael Hurst. I think the potential for... Like, just be chill, man. The cat attacking my green screen all the time. Nightmare, man. Only does it when I'm filming. When I'm not filming, she don't even think twice. But yeah, when I'm filming... Anyway, okay, so, like I was saying, I think Michael Hurst is taking his time, setting stuff up. So Bjorn now is going to be going off to save Howard Finehair and everything. About damn time he made up his mind. You know, he's meant to be king. It's like he basically had to go around everybody asking them what they think. You know, and it's like, motherfucker, I'm not the king. You're the king. You wanted to be king. You've got it. Why are you asking me for my opinion? Like, I get there's no harm in just asking for opinions and stuff, but it genuinely seemed like he didn't know what to do. Hello? Okay, 20 minutes later. I'm wondering what the next distraction is going to be. Okay, so what was I saying? Okay, Bjorn. Yeah, I was saying about how it's like, it was like he needed everyone's kind of opinion. You know, it was like he just couldn't make up his own mind. And being king, like, you have to make the tough choices. Like, there's no harm in asking people for like, their opinion, but the way that he was doing it was like, I just don't know what to do. What would you do? You know what I mean? And that's not a king to me. But like I said, I hope that he will, well, not I hope he will make mistakes, but I think he will make mistakes and then learn from them and become a better king by the end of this season. But a big one is going to be the choice to let fucking Ivar's men and everyone go free. Because they're now stalking Lagertha. And like I said, there's shots of her in the trailer, all geared up, ready for battle. So we know that she don't die by their hands. But we don't know what happens from now until then, you know what I mean? So I think some fucked up shit could happen, and that will make Bjorn regret his choice. Like, fuck man, I'm king and I'm keep making mistakes or whatever, you know what I mean? I mean, you might never know that this whole thing about helping Howard Finehair to get back his kingdom could also be a ploy. It could all be bullshit. Howard Finehair might be working with Olaf, you know, like, they could be setting up a trap for Bjorn. But if Bjorn now goes off to help Howard Finehair, then it looks like Uber and his immortal girlfriend, Torvi, she's not aged at all, man. They're going to be looking after Kattegat while Bjorn's going off, because Fitzek ain't in no real state to do anything. He needs to snap out of it, man. Like, I kind of get it, but I think Bjorn should take him with him. You know, take him out of Kattegat, take his mind off it, and you know, go and help Howard Finehair. But we're not going to be getting that Floki storyline anytime soon, unless something kind of comes up. So right now, the whole story of Ivar and the Prince is probably the most interesting point of the show so far. I don't know if Ivar is looking at him like he's admiring him, or if he'll end up looking at him like, okay, I thought I was bad, like, you're fucking, woo! You're fucking real bad, man. But yeah, I think I said this earlier about how, like, Ivar always acts on the back of anger and emotions, while Oled, like, he's more cold and calculating, you know, And Ivor can be cold and calculating too, but Ivor's always more on the back of anger. I still have hope that Ivor doesn't really want to kill his brothers. You know, he wants to beat them, he wants to get the upper hand on them, but I don't think he wants to straight up kill them. While Oleg's got no issue killing a brother, like we've seen him do it in this episode. You know, they're making a point of how, like I said, if you thought Ivor was bad, this Oleg is even worse. Like, you see what I'm saying? Yeah, I think like Ivor, like Ivor and his brothers, they're brothers, and coming from a big family, like brothers argue, they fight. You know what I mean? They bicker, they literally scrap and fight. You know, but they're brothers. There's that kind of bond there, and it's like, well, I could be literally arguing and fighting with my brother physically, but if someone came along and hit him, I'll fucking kill you. That's my brother. You don't touch him. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't care if me and him was just fighting. That's my brother. You don't touch him. Like, you see what I'm saying? I think something like that might happen, where Ivor will be like, yeah, my brothers, fuck them, but you can't hurt them. Like, you know. Yeah, man. There's not much else to say really for this episode. It was a bit more slower paced, but like I said, I got faith in Michael Hurst, man. I got faith in Michael Hurst. So I think I'm going to wrap this up, get this edited, try and get this up for you guys today, Sunday. So yeah, man, give this video a thumb up if you like it. Comment down below, let me know what you think, and subscribe if you haven't already, man. Alright? I've been SiTHFuRioN, and I'll catch you in the next one, man.